This is Rachel from 7 and All, and today I wanted to share with you some of my favorite resources so far that I've been using with homeschooling my 2-year-old for totschool or early preschool level. We've had a lot of fun with some of these books and games and resources, so I just wanted to give you a little bit of a look at what we're using, and most of them are really affordable. Some of them are basically just trash, but they're fun to use, and just wanted to give you a look at kind of what we use throughout our normal days. All these books that I'm going to talk about, I will be linking in the description below. Okay, first of all, we do have the Sunlight Fiction, Fairy Tales, and Fun Preschool Curriculum, which I did not bring all the books from it out here. It's a big stack of books and then a couple of games and other resources. The teacher's manual for Sunlight Preschool is very basic. It really just gives you a couple little ideas for little extension activities with the books that they selected to be part of their program, but there's no schedule. There's no like really orderly way of using it, so you just kind of use it the way you want to. What I like about this is that they include a lot of the older classic storybooks. They have several storybooks that make me cry, including this one, which is the little house, I believe it's called. But I do like these older storybooks because a lot of them are not so easy. What's the name of it? Yep, The Little House. This one's so good. I like that they include a lot of the older illustrated picture books in different collections because these are not necessarily that easy to find. And at this stage, they're practically a history lesson. So we do have that. These books are a bit more advanced than some of the ones I normally read him, but we are gradually reading through and enjoying those quite a bit. So we have that whole program and that we read something from it every day. And then these are the little workbooks. These have been my favorite workbooks for his current level. I haven't found any books other than these Kumon age 2-year-old workbooks that I think are so cleverly designed, that are very an intentional design that really works well for this age group. They have four different ones, 4 different topics, but then each topic they have a couple books of. So actually, just got the whole set of 12. We've gone through 4 or 5 of these already. He loves these and moves through them very fast. But I like that they're small pages. They're not an overwhelming amount at all for a young 2-year-old to do, but they're giving good practice. They always have cool vocabulary words. So like this one, that right at the beginning, number 2, it's spaghetti. So basically, here's a plate. Now scribble some spaghetti on it. So it starts out as that, and then this one, eventually you have different shapes that you're supposed to fill in with a certain yellow color. Or then it moves up to doing 2 spaces. Okay, now a traffic light. And I just love how they do this, that they're using colors in context, that they make sense where you're supposed to use it, that it's not an overwhelming amount of coloring for someone who's just getting the hang of doing crayons, and that they're learning how to use colors in context where they would be used. Then this one is the sticker and paste book. We've done the elephant stickers already. And it starts with stickers that go into certain scenes, and then eventually it moves on to the parent has to cut out something and the child has to paste it into an area. So I loved this, that it's going over sea and then you put fish in the sea. So it's kind of using that concept of where things live. Birds will go in the sky. These animals, we already did this page, went in the grassland. Animals for on the farm. So these are the sticker ones. And then eventually the parent is supposed to cut this out and they're supposed to paste it where it goes. And it gets gradually harder and more complicated, but it's always doing some vocabulary that's really practical and good for kids to know as they're building their concrete vocabulary lessons. They've got fun stuff, backhoe. We've actually done this whole book completely before. and he loves it. He'll sit down and he'll ask to do page after page if I will let him. This one is newer. I haven't been able to find this one before, but just found it. And I already love how clever it is. The pages are printed on both sides. So it's for learning about precision in folding. And then you can create different scenes when the child folds, and you can it has actions. So you fold it at a certain line and then it's eating the bone. This boy is crying, but now he's happy. So this is good for teaching folding skills. These are so well designed. They're so good for this age. I have a kid that loves workbooks, but most workbooks are too high of a level for him. And then this is teaching cutting skills. So you're supposed to cut along the gray line. And they have this instructions up here, cut along the gray line. For my toddler, he always has to cut on this exact example gray line too, because it's there. So he really enjoys these. So there's 12 whole books in the series. I will be linking these down below because these have been awesome for a kid who wants workbooks but is a little bit on the young side. These are really practicing such good motor skills. Of course, we have the basic basic art supplies. I don't think you can do much better than Crayola crayons. I do like these a lot. Sometimes we use the twistable crayons as well, but I think sometimes the twistable crayons can be too much of a temptation for a little boy to twist. We love glue and we love scissors. And for music, we have a little harmonica. We also have a recorder that we let him play. And sometimes Daddy gets out the guitar to let him play. So we do have just some little instruments that he can start kind of getting the hang of, different kinds of instruments. And then this was part of the Sunlight program that comes with a CD that we listen to in our car because it's the only place we have a car CD player. But we're learning a lot of traditional nursery rhymes through that. And then it does have a book with lyrics. The CD is pretty fun and cute. Both Cyrus and the baby love it. They chill out as soon as it comes on in the car. I have mentioned these little activity sets before, but that was before we had actually started using them. The shapes puzzles, basically there's different ones. I just got out the easiest ones that we've been working with so far that has circles, squares, and triangles, and these have been a lot of fun. Good vocabulary building. I like that at this stage they're each different colors, so we can work on either in Spanish or English. We can work on círculos verdes or green circles, and bigger and smaller. He does a great job with these. They're very sturdy. They pop right back in. So these are fun. And then we also have the feelings one, which we've just started playing with a little bit more. They've got a lot of different activities in that one, but one of the fun ones is a face that you can make a face using different kinds of eyes, different kinds of mouths, and start using words to describe the feeling sad or happy, scared, angry. So this is a really great resource for just starting to explore that topic of feelings and emotions with kids. And of course the animals one, I opened that one up in a previous video. And then we have just toys. I think toys play a big part of homeschool preschool. There's so much you can do with them. Endless things. You can incorporate them in sensory bins. You can do matching toys to pictures in a book. You can act out stories. There's so much you can do. We love blocks. We've got a couple different kinds of blocks. We have Duplos as well. We just recently got some little animals, and those have been a very fun addition to our preschool life. Puzzles are crucial. We have several puzzles. I took this one out of the box because the box is really old and broken. But we really enjoy puzzles. This is a little opposite puzzle. So they're just two pieces. He can put them together very easily. We have also some wooden Melissa and Doug puzzles that we use. He cannot get enough of puzzles lately, so he'll spend a lot of time working with these. They're a great just conversation starter that we can sit together and do. And I have talked about before that reading books in Spanish is a big part of my initiative to help include as much Spanish vocabulary in his everyday as we can. So we use our whole Spanish library quite a bit, and he's really actually been enjoying looking through this book by himself a lot recently and recognizing different things that he recognizes from real life. So I never actually was a big fan of these first word books until he kind of decided he liked it himself, and he really enjoys looking through this. So he likes it, so then I like it. A matching game. I highly recommend using a matching game. There's different ways you can play it. You don't have to only do the memory matching game. There's different ways you can do it for each kid. This one's very fun with the bears. We do a lot of describing activities with the bears. This is a chocolate bear. I don't know what we call him. He's a little bit harder to describe. We've got baby bear, we've got gummy bear, the panda, sleepy bear. So we can describe it in either Spanish or English, depending on if we're doing this activity in which language. So matching games just in general I think are great. This is the one we have from Ravensburger. It's good quality. We've used this a lot, but you can get any of them. I will try to link everything that I have down below, but I can't link this because this is basically a box of trash. Styrofoam trays, tissue paper, brown paper from packages. It had straws in here, but I recently used the straws for an activity. Kids need a lot of creating, cutting, destroying, making, and I have found that recently I've been saving a lot of empty boxes from cereal and then just open up the empty box and let them scribble all over it. That works out really good for us. It's just to kind of save things and use our trash or recycling twice, get as much use out of it as we can, and have some fun in that way. We do have, of course, a variety of other things we use, but that's mostly just kind of made up on a day-to-day basis. Hey, today cooking lunch is going to be part of our preschool program. You know, preschool is largely just life, but we are a bit extra intentional with working on building vocabulary, building motor skills, building creativity and the ability to follow directions as well. You need both of those. So these are some resources that we've found very helpful in our journey. I hope you see something that can help you here as well. And I would love to hear about what resources you use. As he gets older, I'm excited about expanding our collection a little bit more, trying different things, figuring out what works best for us and what doesn't really work. If you'd be interested in seeing a video of what my 2-year-old preschool activities look like in an average day, definitely let me know below. I might consider making one of those in the near future. Alright, thank you so much for watching, and do click like and do subscribe to see more from our adventurous homeschooling family. Bye!